to the 56th annual Christmas Daddies Telethon.
Now it's time for the part of the day that I like, and that's because I get to take people's money. And we're going to welcome the folks up from Heather Lodge. And they made the trip in here today to be part of Christmas Daddies. You are?
Gary Pretty.
And you are?
Duncan McLeod.
Perfect. So tell me why you guys decided to donate to Christmas Daddies today.
To the best of my knowledge, the Lodge has been donating for over 20 years because I've been a member for 20 years, and we've come every year.
Why is that? Why do you guys think it's important to be part of Christmas Daddies?
Charity has always been one of the founding pillars of Masonry, and Christmas Daddies being so important to the community, and Masonry supports the community, that we had to take part.
So any particular way you raise the money?
We have a supper every August in the community hall in Framboise.
And what's for supper?
Scalloped potatoes and ham.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? All right, let's have a look at your check. Tell me how much you guys are donating today.
$100 from a tiny little lodge out in the middle of nowhere.
We love it. $100 from the fine folks. Thanks so much for coming in. We'll see you back next year.
Definitely, absolutely.
All right, Sydney Credit Union is next on our list here this afternoon, and you still have time to call in, and the number is on your screen now. You are?
Carol Ripley.
And you are?
Dan McDonald.
All right, so welcome to Christmas Daddies. Have you been here before?
Yes, we were here last year.
Oh, perfect. So why are you back again?
Well, supporting community is what Sydney Credit Union does. I mean, it's just part of our values, part of our cooperative principles, so we wouldn't miss this day for the world. Yeah, it's really important to us.
I'm sure you watch Christmas Daddies every year, though.
Absolutely.
Any traditions?
No, it changes because the kids are all moving in and moving out, moving back. Right. So it has changed over the years, but yeah, we definitely take some part of our day to make sure we watch Christmas Daddies.
Awesome. So tell me how you guys raise the money.
Well, we're this our organization right now. This is the Sydney Credit Union Charitable Foundation, which is the foundation part of the credit union, and we raise money. We also take money, as Carol mentioned, from our programs, our profits, and all that, and we put them into the foundation, and then we give out to charities all through Cape Breton.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So tell me how much you guys are donating today.
We're donating $2,000.
$2,000. That is great. Guys, we'll see you again next year, hopefully. Yes. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
All right. That is the fine folks from the credit union. Let's welcome in Island Eye Care. And they help us see, of course. You are?
Yes, I'm Jessica. And
you are?
Ashley Chasson.
Awesome. So tell me how you guys raise the money.
Well, we had a basket made up by the staff members at the office and sold tickets on that for the month, and then also had a Christmas sweater day each Friday to help raise money too. So, yeah, we matched that amount to get what we have today. So, yeah.
And why Christmas Daddies?
Well, Christmas Daddies, all of us at the office have watched it every year, and the last few years have been involved. So it's been our traditional Christmas charity each year. So it's a great one to go to for sure.
So keep it going.
Yeah.
So how much do you guys raise?
Well, we raised $1,000.
$1,000. Awesome. Thanks so much for coming in. All right. We took some money. Now it's time to hear some tunes. Once again, Jason McDonald.
Thank you, Kyle. And just before we go to some more music here, I have what I call a great start. I have our first total of the day. Again, this is a great start. Money continues to come in. Our total so far, and again, a great start. Dylan. $34,156. $34,156. A great start. A great start. Keep it coming, Cape Breton. Let's go to Jen Shepherd.
Well, as we know, Christmas is all about traditions, and a few years ago a tradition was started here with these two people that you're going to hear from next. Stephanie Beaumont and Aaron Lewis have been singing a duet for the last number of years, and I know that both of them can't wait to get here every year to share it with us. But this year is a little bit different because at the end of last year they had discussed the fact that why don't they write an original tune to sing on Christmas Daddies rather than just do a cover tune. And as a couple true to their word, they took the last week, and along with the help of Fred Lavery, they have written a beautiful Christmas song. And I have to tell you, Stephanie, everybody's been texting us, asking us where you got your dress, and I know it's a long, sordid story, so we'll get to that later. But in the meantime, you and your beautiful dress, along with Aaron Lewis, please enjoy I'll Give You My Heart for Christmas.
brighter now, the spirit's warmer too somehow, and I know that's all because you're here with me. So how can I thank you? How can I show? What can I give you so you'll know the love I have inside is truly true? I won't deny it's been used and broken a time or two. Now I know that it was made for you. It's one of a kind and priceless. No present has ever meant more. I'll give you my heart this Christmas and every Christmas forevermore.
It's not for me this holiday. That's just what I'd always say. I'd steer clear and let it pass me by. Now I see just what I missed. Now love's filled my Christmas list. I know it's all because you're by my side. So how can I thank you? How can I show? What can I give so you will know? Love I have inside is truly true. I won't deny it's been bruised and locked away, that's true. But it's open wide now, and that's because of you. It's one of a kind and priceless. No present has ever meant more. I'll give you my heart this Christmas and every Christmas forevermore. It's one of a kind and priceless. I never wanted anything more. I'll give you my heart this Christmas and every Christmas
How about some of that? That was beautiful, you guys. That's one of a kind and that song is one of a kind and priceless, even. So the story of the dress, I think I'll do the Reader's Digest version of it. It goes something like this: she ordered it last year. It just arrived this year. 5 sizes too small. I don't know what she. Yeah, don't shop online is what she said. And I know that you thought I forgot Aaron Lewis, but Aaron Lewis, being one of the best entertainers in Cape Breton, has asked me to make sure that that song got out to his niece, April Halliday's daughter, Mackenzie, and it's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Mackenzie.
Happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Call in with your pledges. Let's go.
It's
Oh,
coming.
hey.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. You know, sometimes in a live broadcast, you got to switch these cameras around. By the way, Aaron's son is playing guitar back here. Jordan, right? It's Jordan? And Jordan didn't exist when I first started doing the Christmas Daddies.
That's hilarious.
Did not exist. Wasn't even on the planet. And now he's playing in the band.
Born into the tradition then.
He was born into, I'm more concerned about my 1964 birthday. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. Ryan is back from member 2. What's going on up there? I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of musical talent. We have the musical talent here in Sydney every year, but hey, lots up in member 2 this year, a couple of choirs, and lots of check presentations. We had one for $8,000. We had one for $10,000. Like those are two big home run hits right there.
I'm going to guess that because we just gave a total of $34,156 early on, but those donations from up there show you that everything is not in, and we are moving on. Oh, we're over. Hey,
We're moving on up.
boy, we switched cameras. I didn't even.
But it's amazing to see the talent locally as well as how people really band together. I mean, when I was reporting in Fredericton, I got to see little glimpses of stories and the community efforts that were happening, but to really feel it here and to be in the presence of it, it's amazing.
Yeah, the community spirit in Cape Breton is really something here. You might have seen it with some of the Live at 5 stories that Kyle and I do out of here, that if nothing else, when the chips are down, Cape Bretoners take care of Cape Bretoners. And that's part of the reason why that, you know, per capita or just period, the Christmas Daddies dollar totals at the end of the day here are always so impressive.
Spectacular. Now, Ryan, just while you're there, I don't know if you were probably up at member 2 before, but something's happening that you don't know about that I'm going to tell you about. So everybody sitting on this couch sings a song. So now, Jess sang a song earlier with Kaylee. It was fantastic. And then Terrence was over there, and I sang a little song with him. So I think you and Jess should just do a little Christmas song here. Like, let's do it, and we'll make it easy.
What are we doing?
Let's, you know what? Because it's, what time is it?
Does the fact I can't sing
That
mean anything?
It makes it better. So let's just do a little.
Are you
going
going
to
join in too?
No, I'll watch. Okay, ready? So Jess, can you start out? Because Jess is a professional singer. Yeah,
Jingle bells.
Jingle bell. Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bells,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey,
everybody!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Woo! Good man.
Hey,
there we
not
go.
too
What a
shabby.
way to join in.
Not too
Fantastic.
shabby.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Couple of beers, a karaoke machine, and I become a really good singer.
Okay, nobody wants to see that, Ryan. Okay, Billy. Billy, top the hat.
Bad, putting everybody on the spot.
You're a singer though, Billy, right? You sing.
Huh?
It's your you go. You
You
sing.
go. Sing us
I've
a
heard
number.
rumors that you can sing.
No, I
Sing us a
sing
number.
like an actor and dance like a hockey player. I am not in this classification of artists when it comes to singers. Thanks. But I know you can. You're trying to duck it under the rug, but you can do it.
Talk
About here, Andrew Young.
Yes, talk about it, sir.
So we have if you go online to the online auction, we have a photograph of Marguerite Harbour, value at $350. It's a framed photograph of Cape Breton's Marguerite Harbour, taken by CTV's very own photographer, Daryl Reeves. Please jump online and check it out.
Wow.
There's a million things online you can bid on if you go to christmasdaddies.org and find the Cape Breton link. So go there and look. There's tons of stuff that you're going to want to buy, and know that every single penny that you spend on these items is going to go to helping children in Cape Breton, children who are in need.
Yes, that's definitely true. And we've got another item here. I have a little story behind this. So we've got one of the auction items is from Ganon. I think I said that right. Did I say that right?
Ganon,
Yeah. Value of $325. So
That's a $325
okay,
box.
well, you could. There's a
loop.
lot. Yes, you could get so much, but of course they produce chicken bones.
Absolutely.
Chicken bones. Do you know what chicken bones are?
I know what chicken bones
So on the morning show a couple of weeks ago, because all of us on the morning show, we are come from Wales. We're all from different parts of Canada, and we had never heard of chicken bones before.
Are they? And I didn't even know that. They're an East Coast thing?
They are.
Really?
Well, I think probably they spread across the country now, but
I did not know that.
we tried
The little-
them on
the
the
little
show.
pink-
The little pink ones. Yes,
They got
I think
chocolate.
everyone's.
chocolate
I'm
on the
sure a lot
inside.
of people have them on their table right now and are probably
Yeah.
picking at them. But So we tried them on the show, and the amount of comments that we got from people, it was like over 500 comments of people.
If you're really
sharing their
greedy with them,
stories.
you drive them into the roof of your mouth. Like they splinter so badly. I've suffered chicken bone injuries
Oh, I had
from
a
being
sore
gluttonous.
mouth after eating too many of them.
Well worth
Well worth the pain. Go to oh, we'll go over there then. See if I care.
Quick update. The flower arrangements, Lotheringtons. I made a mispronunciation that Billy didn't catch, so it's sort of win-win that they get the right name and then Billy didn't get it. So anyway, Mike Pace is here from Citgo. How are you, Mike? Good to see you.
Good, Jeff. Thanks.
All right, so boy, what a great friend of the Christmas Daddies Citgo has been. So this year, again, tell us what you've done.
We're donating 1 year's worth of heating oil to help a family in need, and maybe some kids will have a better Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Full year's heating oil.
Yeah.
And with the weather outside today, that's pretty valuable.
Well, no kidding. And now, so in addition to that, there's also a donation?
Yeah, I heard when I walked in that there was a $2,000 donation bid on the heating oil
Oh,
already.
perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the heating oil, if you're interested in the heating oil, it's an auction item, right? And already 2,000. Now, so how good is a $2,000 bid? Like, what's that worth? Like a year's worth of heating oil?
Yeah,
I don't want to put you on the spot, but give me an average.
Yeah,
give me
the
an
average family burns about 2,500 liters,
Right.
so it's about $3,000.
Yeah.
So we got to get that bid up.
Well, you know what, exactly. And if you're bidding, remember that at the end of the day, everything you bid for Citgo's home heating oil goes into the pot and then gets distributed with the rest of the money here for the Christmas Daddies in Cape Breton. So it's a great thing you do every year. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Happy holidays.
And we are going, you know what, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to relax, because we're going back to member two. Here we go.
And we are here in member two, and you have lots of time to call in and donate. We want to reach as much money as we can. Back with Jason McDonald again. And Jason, you were telling me earlier that it's been a while since you've been on Christmas Daddies.
Yeah, it's been quite a few years. I remember the last time I was on, I think I was on with Colin Grant and Adam Young years ago. We were playing down through New England states, and we drove like 14 or 16 hours straight to get here to play for the recording part. And yeah, it was. I think I don't need toothpicks to hold my eyes open today. So
That's called dedication, I think.
yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people today will decorate their Christmas tree while they're watching the show. Did you ever have any traditions when it came to Christmas Daddies?
Well, I was telling someone earlier. So my family has a Christmas tree farm out in Gabruce Lake, and they were operating since '78. And I have fond memories of coming in, hauling Christmas trees out of the woods, and coming in and watching the little old black and white TV that we had in the gift shop, trying to check out all the local talent that was on it. So great memories.
Awesome. And now you're on the show and you're in color. So tell me a little bit about this next song you're going to sing for us.
This next song is one that I wrote with a great friend of mine from Meyer Road, Mike Hussey. It's a song called Whether or Not, and it's kind of wrapped around the whole idea. We all have lots of family out west, and sometimes it's hard for them to get home for Christmas.
Whether or Not, Jason McDonald on Christmas Daddies.
I don't care if there's a hurricane heading up the coast, or a winter wind from way out west blowing freezing cold, or a storm that's coming from the south bringing tons of snow. I'm gonna make it home this year, let everybody know. I'm coming home for Christmas this year. White or green or in between, I don't even care. I'm on my way today, I can't be stopped. I'm coming home for Christmas, whether or not. Some would like to spend the time down south on the beach, hanging out with the stars in some old palm tree. A quiet holiday away from family. I can truly tell you that just ain't for me. I'm coming home for Christmas this year. White or green or in between, I don't even care. I'm on my way today, I can't be stopped. I'm coming home for Christmas, whether or not. I'm not repeating last year. The planes were all frozen on the ground. Never got a kiss under the mistletoe, 'cause I was stuck in someone else's hometown. I'm coming home for Christmas this year. White or green or in between, I don't even care. I'm on my way today, I can't be stopped. I'm coming home for Christmas, whether or not. I'm coming home for Christmas this year. White or green or in between, I don't even care. I'm on my way today, I can't be stopped. I'm coming home for Christmas, yeah, I'll be home for Christmas. I'm coming home for Christmas, whether or not. Does anyone have a dog sled?
Oh, that is perfect. Jason McDonald, whether or not. And you can see him at the Lewisburg Playhouse with Lyrics and Laughter, which is when? Next weekend. So check him out if you love that performance this afternoon. There's lots of time left to call in and donate. The number is somewhere here on your screen, so make sure you pick up that phone. We're going to send it back to the studio now, and here is Laurel Martell.
Well, whether you are tuning in from your own house, the house next door, or overseas, you can still help to make Christmas brighter for kids and families here at home by making a pledge. And you can do that by phoning 844-400-1964 or visiting us on the web at christmasdaddies.org to donate. And for those of you living in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, you will be delighted to hear that these next two performers are going to be in your area touring with their Christmas show from now until December 21st. It's called the Gunning and Cormier Christmas Show. You can find dates and details on their respective websites. And for those of you who cannot be here, who are tuning in from afar, we have Dave Gunning and JP Cormier, sorry JP, here for you now to serve up some down-home music like only they can. Kate O. the Gowrie.
Summer's afternoon, the week before the sun went down.
My lassie with her brand new gown came over the hills to Gowrie. Raised her beauty long, around her waist my arms are flung.
I said, my dearie, will you come to see the hills of Gowrie? Like a rosebud wet from morning shower, blooming fresh within a sunny bower. Katie was the fairest flower that ever bloomed in Gowrie.
I'll take you to yon wooded dale where blooms the purple heather bell.
And there we'll tarry for a while before we go to Gowrie. Soft kisses on her lips are laid, the blush upon her cheeks soon spread.
She whispered modestly and said, I'll go with you to Gowrie.
Like a rosebud wet from morning shower, blooming fresh within the sunny bower. Katie was the fairest flower that ever bloomed in Gowrie. Like a rosebud wet from morning shower, blooming fresh within the sunny bower. Katie was the fairest flower that ever bloomed in Gowrie. through fields of mountain thyme.
I promised her love so fine, a bonny lass of Gowrie, like a rosebud wet from morning shower, blooming fresh within the sunny bower. Katie was the fairest flower that ever bloomed in Gowrie, like a rosebud wet from morning shower, blooming fresh within the sunny bower. Katie was the fairest flower that ever bloomed in Gowrie. It was on a summer's afternoon, a wee before the sun went down, my lassie with her brand new gown came o'er the hills to Gowrie.
Are we up? Well, we were fangirling over here, so I hope you don't mind us. We're just like, I can't believe it's JP Cormier and Dave Gunning in the house, right? Come on. That's super cool.
We're up. We're up. My jaw was dropped. You know, I first met JP back at a songwriter circle probably in 2000 when he just moved back to Cape Breton. I had just gotten a guitar. I just learned to play guitar. I had 3 chords, and I sang this little thing, and he came up and he said that he liked my song. And I was, well, man. And Dave, I met Dave at the Stand Fest. It was my first Stand Fest this year, and I've been a fan of Dave's for a long time. His live CD has kept me company for a really long time. And I met him this summer, and he was the nicest chap, and I'm just tickled.
What a storyteller. And
tickled to be here.
And I don't mind saying, Dave was my last guest on CNBC and Heard, and we
Yes.
heard some stories about the Christmas tour. And because, you know, it's the singing for sure, but then there's the chit-chat in between, which is hilarious. They should have their own show, really, I think. Hey, I'm glad
no,
they're
I've
here.
been following Jerry on the Facebook,
Yes.
and it doesn't look like they're having any fun at all on that tour.
It's very good.
They're
Well,
playing tonight. Where are they playing tonight?
Where are
The
you
Hat?
guys?
They're
Hey,
playing
guys,
tonight
where
at the
are you
Hat.
tonight
Go check
now?
them out.
They're at the Hat.
Go check
which
them
is
out at
why
the
they're
Hat.
wearing the hats, I bet. Hey, do you think?
I'm
So we
jealous
remember.
of those hats. I want a Santa hat.
J.R. Rahe, if you don't mind me saying. Oh, there's.
Yes, bye, come on in.
Jerry's,
Oh, come on in.
Jerry's now sitting on a J.R. Rahe furniture sofa. Hey, how beautiful. You look fantastic. And he's
so
wearing the
comfy.
cabin plaid, which is all the rage.
Yeah, and you know what? Look, was it last night that I texted you? Yeah. Last night I texted him and I said, "Look, we could use a little bit of help for an auction item," and he's working with the Hat, and he gave us a package that's unbelievable. Go check it out online, and you do have a little announcement that you wanted to make with us right now.
Yeah, so it's been great being on tour with JP Cormier and Dave Gunning for the past week and a half. We're looking forward to playing Sydney tonight, and with the great response of the audience, portions of the ticket sales go to Christmas Daddies tonight, and I'm happy to announce we're going to donate $250 for Christmas Daddies.
Wow,
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done.
No,
and
thank you.
now we are throwing it over to the auction desk.
Fantastic auction items. And before we get there, can I just take a moment? Can we all take a moment just to appreciate how beautiful Jess has looked all day? Like every time I've seen you, well, I know, but you've been in a different. You're like a Barbie doll, and you're so beautiful. Every dress that you've had is gorgeous, and I'm stealing this before you leave today.
sounds
just so
good.
you know. Yeah.
Don't
now
I
we
look
can
good
talk
too?
about. You look beautiful always.
You can wear the
Ryan,
necklace
but
too.
But, you know, I'm trying to make her feel more welcome. She's not here all the time, and we want her to come back.
All right, I won't steal your guys' moment.
Yeah, we'd love for that to happen. You have a beautiful fireplace that you want to chat about.
It's an electric fireplace media console, 60 inches, because I am always worrying about during the winter getting cold. I mean, even at the desk sometimes I get cold and I'm holding a little heat bag. So what better way to stay warm and feel, close by the family?
Just for ambiance in a room to have a...
My wife's always complaining about being cold too, so she'd like that too.
Okay, so we know Ryan's up for that one. And what about you, Ryan?
More snuggles.
If you would like a bird's eye view, pardon the pun, for Cape Breton Eagles game, auctioning off a game booth for 10, value $500. It's, honest to God, the McDonald Auto Group, that's the family car business, my dad and whatnot, and they have a box at the game, and it is honestly the best view in the house.
Fun. And I don't even love to go to the hockey game. I'm sorry.
But
I
it
know
sounds
I'm
like
from
such a
Cape Breton,
party.
and that's it is such a fun time to be in that booth, no matter if you're watching the game or you're just enjoying the food and beverages.
Next time I'm in town, I have to make sure I make it to an Eagles game.
Are you a hockey fan, Jess?
You should.
Oh, I'm a hockey fan.
Oh, see, I'm going to be kicked off the island for that sentence, but it's okay. I'm used to it.
Do you have any auction items to talk about?
No, I have no auction items. We're supposed to throw to member 2, but before we do, you do look absolutely handsome today, and we
Aren't we a
want
bunch of stunners?
We are. See, and that's should be enough for you to make a phone call, get those phones ringing, get those pledges in, and we're going to throw to the talented people.
Speaking of handsome, we're going to Kyle Moore, a member
Kyle
2.
Moore,
No, that's
there's
handsome.
another
That's
handsome
handsome.
guy. Over to you, Kyle.
And I'll take that compliment. Welcome back here to member 2. Make sure you call in and donate. I think everybody out west by now is awake and up and moving, so we have lots of friends who are out west. You can give them a call now and tell them to donate, because we will take their money as well. All of it stays right here on Cape Breton Island to help the kids here at home. So please pick up the phone and call in and donate. Speaking of people who have been donating, come on in here, Russell. Russell McVicker, no stranger. You might have seen his story on CTV's Live at 5 yesterday. Russell, you called me a couple of weeks ago asking, how do I donate? How do I get involved with Christmas Daddies? Why did you want to do that?
Well, excuse me, I like to help people, and I want to do something for community work, and I want to give back to the community. And I want to say, anybody that donated, I always say thank you very much for people who donated. And whoever people that got problems or like that, I just like to help the community and do everything. And from what I asked you one time, how I go about doing it, you told me I go see Mary Murphy. So I called her up and I asked her, I said, how I go doing it. So she got me involved, and I went door to door. I went to Mayfair Mall, Dollar Store, and they paid my cab ride up and down, and taxi and food and all that. But it was great, and I loved it.
They looked after you. We have to look after you, right? So Russell, if you don't know, he had a little paint can. He went door to door and took donations. Russell, what was that like, going door to door? What kind of conversations did you have with people?
Well, most with the door to door, most people knew me, and they said, "My God, not you again." I said, "Yeah," but it was good, because I went and raised money for Sister Fibrosis one time, and I did all that too, and I like helping people.
You've become a bit of a celebrity here. I've noticed pictures on Facebook, and what's that been like?
Well, everything's going pretty good. Everything's going pretty good. But yesterday was good for me and being on TV. And Ryan went and interviewed me in my apartment and that. But it was good, and I enjoyed it. My wife loved it. My mother loved it. So
You've had a bit of a difficult time yourself. You've been in an accident. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I had kidney stones. I had an operation, and had a hit with a car at one time, New Year's, and I went through a lot. I was in a body cast, and I had a lot of problems, and But the way I see it, I'm doing good for myself, and I got banged up pretty bad skiing, and so I'm happy where I'm at, and I had a good goal.
Nothing can keep Russell McVicker down, and here is proof. What would you tell to people out there, Russell, that haven't picked up the phone and haven't donated yet?
Pick up the phone and call, and it's money, $1 or $2 or $3. Just call and donate to Christmas Daddies. It's everybody doing it. I got involved in it, and I'm hoping to do it next year if I'm allowed.
Okay, so wait for it. This is the first year that Russell has done this for us. How much do you think you raised? Let's turn that check around and you tell me.
$2,600.
$2,600 from Russell McVicker. If he can do it, you can do it, we can do it, and we can make a better Christmas for kids here in Cape Breton. Russell, so good to see you. We'll see you back again next year, right?
Oh, you're planning on it. I'm planning on it.
He's planning on it, and we're planning on having you back. Let's listen to some music, and from Cruz Wilson, take it away.
Candles burning low, lots of mistletoe, lots of snow and ice everywhere we go. Choir singing carols right outside my door. All these things and more. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Christmas means to me, my love. See your smiling face like I've never seen before. Even though I love you madly, it seems I love you more. The little card you give me will touch my heart for sure. All these things and more. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Christmas means to me, my love. Yeah, I feel like running wild, as anxious as a little child. I greet you neath the mistletoe, kiss you once and then some more. Wish you a Merry Christmas, baby. Such happiness in the coming year, happiness in the coming year. Let's deck the halls with holly and sing sweet silent night. Fill the tree with angel air, pretty, pretty lights. Go to sleep and wake up just before daylight. All these things and more. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Christmas means to me, my love.
Oh, that sounded really good. We're going to come over and meet the guy behind the piano here. And, yeah, just introduce yourself. And when did you start playing the piano?
Well, my name is Cruz Wilson, and I've been playing the piano ever since I was 5 years old.
Wow. Why do you like to entertain? What got you interested in music, I guess?
I just really enjoy playing, and I like making other people happy while I'm playing, and just kind of the thing for me.
And how old are you?
I am 16.
16. You driving yet?
I'm a beginner's, not my fulls yet, but soon enough.
Awesome. And you're from where?
I'm from Sydney.
From Sydney. First time on Christmas Daddies?
It is, yes.
Have you watched Christmas Daddies at home?
We do, yes.
Any traditions with your family? What do you enjoy about the show?
Not particular any traditions, but we just sit around and we watch it as we decorate the tree and eat food and have family over. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you sounded great. That was really well done, and we'll look forward to having you on the show again.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Cruz Wilson, only 16 years old, and he sounded pretty good, let me tell you. You can call in and donate now. The number is on your screen, and you can tell your friends. And by the way, I got a couple of messages earlier, people asking me, how do I watch the show? Well, you can actually watch it online by going to atlantic.ctvnews.ca, and there is a link there to click on the Cape Breton Show, and you can watch us here from Member 2 and some great folks like Cruz Wilson, and we have some great folks back at the studio as well, and that's where we're going to send it now.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Back with Andrew and Billy. I got two quick things here. First of all kinds of businesses throughout Cape Breton donate services and goods in kind to make the Christmas Daddies work, to get people where they need to go. So a shout out here to Digby Memorial. They actually provide limousine service for some of the guests to get back and forth. And Citywide Taxi also for their support for helping Christmas Daddies get people to and fro and delivering goods. Thanks to them. Now,
Thanks very much. I was in one of those limos too, coming from the airport. And they always say like there's going to be a limo, and it's a car. This was a limo.
Stretch
limo.
limo.
It was a limo.
Yeah, but whoa. You were in my truck this morning.
I know, and it was a truck.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
a limo.
I must say, I was kind of excited that you gave me a ride.
Well, exactly. From PEI.
Yeah,
You
it was
buy
very cool.
about a truck and a chainsaw on the same day. So listen, we can't stop this, but Billy has a poem.
It's not my poem. I got a message.
Who would want it to stop? Let her rip.
I went to the summertime review this summer. I had a fantastic time. I saw Jordan there. First time I seen him, he was fantastic. But I just got a poem from Mary Morrison. It's called "I Love Christmas."
You're sounding more Cape Breton as the day goes on.
Oh, it's Mary Morrison wrote it. You gotta. Mary Morrison's poem. I love Christmas. I love Christmas with the carols and cakes, presents, Yule logs, and falling snowflakes. Christmas movies, turkey smelling, and Christmas daddies with Billy McClellan. Mary Morrison.
Beauty.
Here's the problem. Nothing rhymes with Hutchison or Young Husband. That's
No,
the problem.
that's
Exactly. So
Christmas orange.
What do you think the impact would have been? Oh, Christmas. Yeah.
No,
You
that
can't
rhymes
get
with
there.
nothing.
I have another
What do you think the
announcement.
impact would have been if you or I had read that poem? And
Zero.
Exactly.
Zero, because we don't have that Cape Breton lilt.
Sorry.
I
Billy
loves me.
Sorry, hold it. Billy
I
has.
loves me some Mary Morrison.
Billy has another. Do you have another
also
poem?
loves yourself
I have
some
another
Bruce Guthrie.
announcement.
Announce.
Yes.
Okay.
Bruce Guthrie got in touch with us again.
How many
And
times has he gotten in touch with us so far today?
You know what? I didn't tell this story last year because Bruce was here and I was embarrassed, but I was at the Steel City probably in 1992 dancing with Shelley on the dance floor, and Bruce was playing, and he winked at me under that ball cap, and that was it, man. I was a Bruce Guthrie fan after that. But anyways, look, Bruce Guthrow's got a songwriter circle coming up.
Can I just go back to that? The Steel City, that's a bar? Because
Yep.
Yeah,
down the road.
down the road.
I want to hear more about Shelley personally.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't work out.
So okay, were you
Bruce
at that
Guthrow's
point?
winking at
Were
you.
you just on the dance floor and Bruce winked at you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was like dancing. He was playing up there, and
Right.
he went like gave me one of those Bruce Guthrie winks
nod
that
wink.
only he can do.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Okay.
Anyways, Bruce is doing a songwriter circle at Center 200 on December the 21st. Now, I wish I could be here for this. It's Bruce, Heather Rankin, Lenny Gallant, the Men of the Deeps, and Matt Minglewood.
Go on.
Wow.
And Bruce has just donated a table. So the table has 10 seats, 2 bottles of Yost wine, and 2 buckets of Molson beer. So that is being added to the online auction right now. So
Wow.
go check it out.
And that's
Thank
the
you, Bruce
value of that
Guthrie.
is unbelievable.
yeah,
The
that's
value of that is priceless. So boy, that's great. He did the same thing last year too, and I know it went pretty quickly. So that's great. Okay.
So if you're watching and you want to be part of this, the way to be part of it is to donate, right? We're giving the money to kids in need living in Cape Breton. So get on your phone and call 844-400-1964 or go online to christmasdaddies.org, make a donation, and feel the joy that brings, because it will bring you joy and the children you're helping joy. And that's what this is all about.
All the money stays right here. Fantastic. All right, so are we? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go over. Steph, are you still wearing the?
I am. I still have
You
the bow on.
still
I was
gift
just
wrapped
thinking.
yourself. Okay, Laurel's there.
I have to think that Bruce Guthrie will throw in all the winks for free. Hey, if you buy the table, hey, you can bid on the table. There are so many items like trips and gorgeous crystal and golf packages and stuff like that. It's amazing.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
There is so much to choose from. So don't forget to that the auction actually closes at 5.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello. Are you watching the time? Also, the other thing I wanted people to do was just step back now and appreciate your tree. Because a lot of people out there have been decorating since we started at 11 a.m. You should be done now, so you could sit and relax and watch the rest of the show, but get your auction bids in by 5 p.m.
Absolutely. And keep phoning in those pledges or visiting christmasdaddies.org online. Because, even the smallest donation makes a big difference to someone who can really use it at the holidays and throughout the year, really. It gets cold here. It's very cold, it's very damp, and can you imagine standing outside waiting for the bus with no hat, no mittens, no winter boots,
Right.
no winter jacket?
Yeah.
So
we take a lot for granted. And I know we were listening to the stories the gentleman from the Salvation Army was sharing this morning before the show, and it really makes you think. I mean, we're very fortunate, but there are people out there who really aren't. And this is the time of year to give, and give from your hearts. And it doesn't have to be the big prizes or the big donations. We're getting corporate donations for sure, but even $5 will go so much, and all of those $5 donations will add up. If you can afford to give more, by all means, please do. 444-400-1964 is the number, and certainly online as well.
Well, let's talk about $5 and what that actually looks like. The folks at the Salvation Army have given us some information because I was very curious. What does $5 look like? It actually looks like a Barbie for a little girl to open at Christmas, a pair of mittens to wear to school, a hat, or a stuffed animal to cuddle.
Nice. And $10 will get you pajamas. Hey, for Christmas, wouldn't that be great? That's part of our tradition. So make those traditions count. We're so glad you're with us here today on Christmas Daddies, and we're so glad Jeff Hutchison is back in the hood. He announced his retirement on my show, but ladies and gentlemen, they couldn't keep him away.
Well, there you go. Okay. So yes, that's true. What is this lure of Cape Breton? Boy, I'll tell you. Want to play something for you now, and this lady was a two-time recipient of being a beneficiary of Christmas Daddies, and knows what it means, and knows what it's like to not have something and then get something from the Christmas Daddies. So please give a listen here to Judy Ellenbow.
I grew up in a family of 12 children. And when I was a baby, my father was injured on the job and was unable to work from that point forward. So needless to say, financially, it was a real struggle for our family. And Christmas Daddies was there for us every year. And they helped my parents make Christmas for all of us children in many different ways. With gifts, with Christmas dinner. All of those things were provided, through Christmas Daddies. I have very fond memories of Christmas Daddies. For me, growing up, Christmas Daddies was the beginning of the Christmas season, and it was always on in our house. And my mom would be cooking and cleaning and getting ready for the Christmas season. And Christmas Daddies was always in the background and listening to the music. And I can remember being so excited watching the performers and seeing all the names tick across the bottom of the screen, because my parents always made it very clear to us that those people were the people who helped us. And it was never something that we were made to be ashamed of, or we were actually proud to know that these people were there for us. Later in life, I became a single mom with 4 children. And needless to say, as a single parent with 4 children, and even if it's 2 parents with 1 income, it's a struggle to make ends meet from day to day. But when the holidays roll around, that's an added stress, because you want to give your children what every parent wants to give their children at Christmas time. And I recall the first Christmas that Christmas Daddies helped me out. At that time, I went to the mail and I opened up an envelope from Christmas Daddies. And I started to cry, because not only was it the flood of memories that I had as a child and what it did for our family, but the relief that it brought me then as a parent to know that I was going to be able to give my children the Christmas that they deserved. So it wasn't just, the wonderful memories that it brought back from my childhood, but the weight had been lifted off my shoulders as a parent at that point in time, because I knew that I could give my kids the Christmas that they deserved, and that every parent wants to give their kids. And I started thinking back over the years that Christmas Daddies helped our family as I was a child, and all of the things that I woke up to on Christmas morning because of Christmas Daddies. And there was always, every year we got a crazy carpet, which we loved. And there was Play-Doh and coloring books and crayons. And I remember there's one particular year that the Wendy Walker doll came out. And that was the latest, greatest thing that every girl in the world wanted. But I would never ask for something like that, because even at the age of 6, I understood that that probably wasn't, you know, a possibility. And I woke up Christmas morning, and when I came down the stairs, there was little Miss Wendy Walker doll sitting under the tree for me. And that's a memory that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And now as an adult, I know that it was because of Christmas Daddies that that was possible. And yeah, it's just Christmas Daddies. When I hear the word Christmas Daddies, I always get a warm feeling inside because of the memories that I have of the Christmases that were made for us because of Christmas Daddies, and the fact that my parents made it very well known to us that Christmas Daddies was a wonderful group of people who helped people in need. Fortunately for me, things have taken a wonderful turn in my life, and my kids are growing up and are adults and young adults now. And my husband and I are in a position where we are able to pay it forward and give back to Christmas Daddies through helping with production and sponsorship with our company. And that's very near and dear to my heart and to my husband's heart, because he knows my history with Christmas Daddies. And to us, it's always wonderful to be able to pay it forward, no matter how you are paying it forward, as long as you are giving of yourself.
The 56th Annual Christmas Daddies Telethon is proudly produced by CTV Atlantic employees, their families, friends, and volunteers, with assistance from our corporate community. Thanks to Bell Alliant and the Pioneer Volunteers. Our website developer is Nycom IT Solutions. The Air Canada Foundation generously donated airfare and an auction item for the telethon. Volunteer vehicles were supplied by Discount Car and Truck Rentals. Tim Hortons donated refreshments. Thanks to Advanced Screen Printing Limited for crew clothing. Accommodations provided by Hampton Inn, Sydney. Musical equipment was provided by Long & McQuaid. Thanks to Lake Wind Sound Studios for our professional recording needs. Thank you to Member 2 Trade and Convention Center for use of their facilities. Technical assistance provided by Sound Source Pro Audio and Lighting. Christmas Daddies would not be possible without CTV's generous donation of airtime, facilities, and support to the telethon all year round.